Okay, let's see. Assalamu alaikum. For those of you who are watching us in TV land, we are back. Alhamdulillah. We just watched episode 8 of season 2 of the life of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. A very intriguing, very eye-opening, and I literally eye-opening session. I'm still fighting with my eye because it feels better because I took that contact out and put it back in, but still. But alhamdulillah, let's see. A lot happened in this episode between the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the tribe of Nadir. So let's put the quiz up and let's see how well the kids were paying attention and how well the kids can answer the questions about today's episode. Let's see. Here it is. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on for a second, guys. Wait a minute. Let me fix this up. My PowerPoint, I'm telling you, everything is just off crazy today. Hold on. Yeah. Let me set it up because it's not set up. And then this one. Yeah. And then this one. Yeah, I'm putting the slides. When you look at the life of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it should help, and you see what all that he and his companions went through. The hope is that it'll help give us inspiration as to how to handle the trials and hardships in our lives. As you can see, there's no problem that any of us are experiencing in our personal lives that's greater than what he and those companions went through. So this was episode 8, of the story of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this happened after he had an agreement with the Jews of the tribe of Nadir in Medina that, but the Jews broke that treaty. They killed some men that came to give dawah. The Prophet ordered them to pay blood money for violating this, and they had refused. So this is where we took up after. Let's see what happened. So when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam realized that the Jews had broken that treaty, how did he decide to handle their betrayal? Did he decide to forgive them? Or did he decide to kick them out of Medina? Or did he decide to kill them? Which way is the way he decided to handle them for their transgression? Hands up. Do we have anybody with volunteering? Oh, we got a bunch of hands. Go ahead, Sabrina.
Kick them out of Medina.
Okay, Sabrina says that he decided to kick them out of Medina. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. Exactly. That's what he did. He said, subhanallah, the fact that you broke your treaty and murdered all these men, that shows that we can't trust you. So since Medina has become a Muslim state, you guys have to leave. That was his decision. And that was showing mercy. Now, as a result, is it true or false? Did the Jews refuse to leave? True or false? The Jews refused to leave. Is that true or false? Go ahead, Yusuf.
False.
Okay, do y'all agree with Yusuf's answer?
No.
No, this is true. They did refuse. This shows how even though the Prophet was nice and told them, I'm not going to try to kill you back or anything, we're just going to have to kick you out because we can't trust you. But they wanted to be tough. They refused to leave. And after this, that's when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had no choice but to send an army to try to make them leave. But before the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent that army out, he gave the army instructions on things to not do. What did he command them to not do? Did he tell them to not kick them out? Or did he tell them to not harm the women and children? Or did he tell them to take their property? Zora, go ahead.
The Prophet sent the army and told them to not harm any of the women or the children.
Do you guys agree with her answer?
Yes.
Yes, alhamdulillah, exactly. To show even more mercy and to also show how Islam is a religion of balance. Islam is a religion of justice. When the Prophet sent the army to make them leave, he told the army, do not harm any of their women. Do not harm any of their children. Just tell them to leave. Just try to get them to leave. So that shows how everything we do as Muslims, even when it comes to war, we don't violate the laws of Allah. We show justice and dignity. And when the army arrived, what happened? Did the Jews decide to surrender? Is that true or false? Did the Jews surrender or did they not? True or false? Go ahead. Wait a minute, let me see. I'm trying to look at the hands. Yusuf. The Jews surrendered to the Muslims. Is that true or false?
True.
Does everybody agree? Yes, good job. That's true. They did. They surrendered. They talked all that tough talk, but they didn't even fight. They stayed in their houses. They wouldn't even come out to fight. They ended up surrendering to the Muslims. Okay. Wait a minute. Is my computer stuck? Okay, hold on. My computer was stuck for a minute. Okay. Oh. Okay. So after this, after the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam expelled the Jews, a miracle occurred. What miracle occurred? Is it the first one? Bread. Allah allowed bread to feed a whole lot of men. Or was the miracle the sun rising from the north? Or was the miracle the earth splitting in half? Which miracle occurred after the expulsion of the Jews from Medina? Go ahead, Asma and Najma.
A bread fed a lot of men.
Y'all agree with her answer?
Yeah.
Yes, good job. Good job. This is another one of the
Yes.
miracles of the Prophet. You know, the people didn't have any food; they were hungry. So a woman made some bread, and the Prophet made dua over it, and it fed. They say over 80 men, over 80 people came and ate from that bread and milk. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Okay, next question. Who died at the end of this episode? We lost somebody. Who died? Was it the Prophet's grandson from Uthman? Or was it the Prophet's grandson from Ali? Or was it the Prophet's daughter? Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Which one died? Go ahead, Shuaib.
The Prophet's daughter.
Do everybody agree?
Yes.
Anybody disagree? Okay, you guys weren't paying attention. Who died at the end? It was the Prophet's grandson from Uthman. You know, the Prophet's daughter, Ruqayya, and she was married to Uthman. Their little boy died. He was 6 years old. And also, at the end of this episode, after he died, who was born? Was it the Prophet's grandson, Hussein? Was it the Prophet's grandson, Hassan? Or was it his grandson, Qais? Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Who was born at the end of this episode? Go ahead, Sabrina.
I don't remember the name, but I do remember it was from Fatima.
Okay, it was from Fatima. Anybody remember his name? Which one? Zora. Shuaib.
Wait, what?
What was the name of the grandson that was born? Was it Hussein or was it Hassan?
Hussein.
MashaAllah. It was Hussein. Good job. MashaAllah. So that's the thing that we went over. Those are the events that occurred in this episode. The prophet lost a grandson and he gained another one. And also at this episode, the Jews of the tribe of Nadir were expelled from Medina for breaking their a peace agreement. Even though they talked a good game, they were cowards. They wouldn't even come out to fight. They stayed them in their houses. And finally, they surrendered and left. Okay? So I want you guys to keep all this in mind for today, because next week we're going to see what happened. After the prophet's grandson Hussein was born, something else happened. You know, like I said, the prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, nobody today is going through trials more than he did. He never had a moments of peace. Every time something happened and was resolved, something else would happen. So we're going to talk about and find out what happened next week in episode 9. And also, I want you guys to remember the hadith that we discussed today. Keep that hadith in mind, because a lot of things are happening around us. As Muslims, we're not supposed to just sit there and do nothing. If we see a bad thing happening, if we're able to stop it with our hand, we should try to do that. But if we can't stop it with our hand physically, because it might cause us harm, then we can at least shout out or speak out or go and tell it to somebody that can help. And if we can't do that, then the least we can do is make dua for that bad situation, asking Allah to make that situation better. Okay? All right. So this was a great episode and a great, let me see that book you got, Sister Asma and Najma. Let's see. They holding up a book. Let's see it. Let me spotlight it. This is called The Simple Seerah, the story of the Prophet Muhammad. Which one is this from? Who wrote this one? Can't hear you.
That's part 2.
Okay, who wrote
part 1 and part 2?
Okay, who wrote this one?
I'm not sure if they have a part 3, I guess.
Who's the author? Look at the front. Assalamu alaikum. Is that Kareem Abu Zaid?
No, I got this from another website. They have the first one and the second.
Let me see the name. Put the bottom part. Let me see.
It's similar to the video you guys are watching, so it's basically almost the same.
Oh, that's
story.
good. Let me see the name though. I want to see the person wrote. Hold it up a little bit more.
It's called The Simple Seerah.
Hold it up a little bit more. I want to see the author from. Wait a minute. I want to see the person, the person that wrote its name. Hold it up. Hold it up. At the bottom. It's at the bottom. Asim, what's his name? Asim Khan. Okay, you know what? And forwarded by Mufti Mink.
I
Okay.
think it's on Amazon. I'm not sure.
That's good. That's good. That's good for the kids. That's good. And that's good. And also, guys, if you want to, that's a good book. That's good because that's forwarded by Mufti Mink. That's a good one. That one is what this video is based on, like you said.
Yeah, here's part 2.
Yeah. Yeah, these are the people that made this video. Yeah, so that's the same exact video. That's a good one. And for the kids, y'all see this book? In fact, the movie that we're watching is put together by them, those brothers. But an even better one too, Kareem Abu Zaid has one on the story of the Prophet too. And that's the one I think I'm going to get for the teach for you guys here too. But this is a good one for the kids. Yes.
They have a little reminder for whenever you hear the Prophet's name here. This is a very good thing. And they have a very good illustrations in this book.
I see it. It looks nice. And you got it off of Amazon? How much was it?
This was not Amazon. This was it was on during Ramadan. There was this website they posted. I don't know, somebody posted it and it was a sale going on. So I bought like a bunch of books for them.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's a good one. Yeah, they're the ones that put this video together. So you know everything that the kids are watching on the video is in the book. So that's good for the kids to have. Yeah. And then for you adults, that's good for the kids. For the adults, y'all need to get the book by Kareem Abu Zaid. Yeah, y'all hear that? The adults get the Kareem Abu Zaid one, but this is perfect for the kids. Yeah, I'm proud of you, Shamsa. That's great. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all read that book. Read them, and study that stuff. Because it's exactly like the movie.
Huh? And this the one from Amazon.
Yeah, that book. Ain't that book pretty?
It's the one for the 6th class. So
yeah, I like the way
It looks like a giant manual.
Yeah, it is. That's why I say you need to buy it. That's for the 6 o'clock class, guys. That's the book that Shams is showing y'all now. That's the 6 o'clock class. That's Kareem Abu Zaid's Diluting El Wala Wa Better. Okay. Yeah, you want to get these books. When I was growing up as a Muslim, oh, look, that's nice too, the Arabic alphabet. When I was growing up as a Muslim in the 60s, they didn't have Muslim schools, Muslim bookstores, and none of that stuff. The only books I had was the Sahih Bukhari, Muslim Muwatta, and Mishwak, and all Mishwak. I'll call it Mishwak. Those were the only books that we had in Tirmidhi and Dawood, and so I had to study those hadiths. That's how I got into the hadiths. But now the kids got all kind of books, the story of the Prophet and Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and all kind of books they made for children now that can help. And the parents need to check out those books for the kids, because like I say, the kids Muslims today are privileged. They weren't privileged when I was growing up. I was the only Muslim. SubhanAllah, people used to make fun of me until I knocked somebody out. Then they stopped. Okay, guys, I want to thank everybody for joining and participating in this class. Remember the 6 o'clock class. And I want everybody, including the kids, to be here for the 6 o'clock class. We're going to continue discussing allegiance to Allah, allegiance to the Prophet, and allegiance to the believers. Okay, so make sure that everybody is here for that class. And also at 9 tonight, we have the lawful and the unlawful. And we're going to continue to speak about this magic and crap and lucky charms and superstitions that Muslims get off into, which is haram. Okay, so I'm going to close out for right now. I'll see you guys back here at 6. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, this was a good show.